Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Friday night, April 30th live stream, studentloanjustice.org. Welcome to all the new members. We're glad that you found us. We are the oldest and largest and pretty much only true grassroots group out there fighting for student loan justice. We started the petition that started all of this talk that we're seeing now in the media about student loan cancellation by executive order. We're glad that you found us. If you have any questions or comments you'd like to make, by all means, respond to them if I can. If you're watching this on YouTube, we do these things live, facebook.com/groups/. Okay, so there's a lot going on right now, guys. So we're fighting for two things: cancellation of student loans by executive order. It is a catastrophically failed lending system now. Catastrophically. There's no saving it. It's toast. This pandemic is the nail in the coffin. And it's a good thing because this lending system is a national threat. These loans have been weaponized to where even before the pandemic, 80% of all borrowers, federal student loan borrowers certainly, were never going to be able to repay their loans. It just wasn't going to happen. So the people in Washington, D.C. don't have a clue. They don't know what they're going to do. A year ago, nobody was even talking about student loan cancellation by executive order. But it turns out that canceling student loans by executive order is exactly the right thing to do because the president can do it without needing one dime of appropriation. In other words, he doesn't have to draw $1 from the Treasury. And by the way, it doesn't add anything to the national debt. You know, the taxpayers paid for these loans many years ago. They shouldn't have to pay twice. So right now, the big battle out there, if you really want to know the truth, our opposition, what they would like to do is a fake loan cancellation. They would love to keep this lending system going. It's the viciously predatory in the absence of bankruptcy protections, in the absence of statutes of limitations. So what they're trying right now is to foist some sort of fake loan cancellation program on us, which won't work. Nobody will get the loans canceled. Department of Education, who is the bad guy by canceling any student loans. They just don't. They never have. They don't now. They never will. The only thing that would compel the department to actually cancel loans is the president telling the secretary to cancel the loans, all of the loans. That is the only thing that we can trust. Because anything that comes through Congress is going to be nonsense. So our opposition would like to do some nonsense, congressionally passed, extremely expensive thing that adds to the national debt, requires us to take money from the Treasury so that we can pay, we the taxpayers can pay not just twice, but far more than twice again to cancel these loans. It's ridiculous. It will never happen. So the swamp would love this, right? Because the lending system will be able to roll on in the continued absence of bankruptcy. That's really what's going on, guys. That's the true story behind all the nonsense that you see in the media. So keep your eye on our fight. And we're fighting for loan cancellation. There's no doubt. The lending system is done. It's toast. The only reasonable thing to do at this point is to cancel the loans. But keep an eye on the fight for bankruptcy. The fight for bankruptcy reveals who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. The absence of bankruptcy, whether you like it or not, whether you would ever or never file, regardless of whatever you think about bankruptcy, it is the core of this problem. And it is the number one thing that our opposition, who are ruining your life right now under this predatory debt, it's the one thing that our opposition wants to keep going: the absence of bankruptcy protections. So the next weeks and months will be very telling. We are anxiously awaiting bankruptcy legislation to come out in the Congress right now, and we will certainly keep you posted. But more than that, guys, we are going to need your help in this fight. Now, last night, Ed came on and he kind of blew a gasket about all the inactivity that we see on this group. And I have to say, I agree with Ed completely. You know, these are your loans. This is your problem. We have 1 million people on our petition. We have 20,000 people in this group. There's no reason that we can't get this problem solved in the next few months. That's enough people to change everything. But when you sit there and you wait and you watch and you expect that somebody else is going to pull your weight for you, nothing happens. And frankly, it pisses me off. It pisses Ed off. It pisses off all the people on our group, probably thousands of people who are doing the hard work necessary. This is not a free ride here. These are your loans, and this is going to completely fuck your life. Pardon my French. So don't sit and wait and watch and try and direct other people to do your work for you. No, no, no. Don't do that. You got to put your own time in this battle, and that's the way it has always been. So tonight, we're asking everybody to do one simple thing. Look over there, look down there, retweet that tweet. It will help. It's something that will move the ball in our favor a little bit. So you can see the Twitter link. If you're watching us on YouTube, it's probably down there. At least do that. It's the most a stupid thing that takes 5 seconds to do. It's the very least that you can do. Quite frankly, if I were you, I would be spending like an hour a week sending our petition around to the media, sending our petition and maybe more appropriately, some of the research articles that we've been publishing recently at places like Business Insider and Yahoo.com and other places. I'd be spreading those articles around to conservative governors in some of the 18 states mentioned in those articles. I would be writing to the White House on a daily basis. I would be contacting reporters in your local and national media and telling them to report. Much the center of this fight, guys. Like it or not, we are. We can't count on the people in Washington, D.C. to do the right thing. They've never done the right thing. They're not doing the right thing now. They will probably never do the right thing unless they are pushed. So we've got the muscle. We've got 1 million people now. But that is absolutely and completely meaningless as long as 90% of the people on this group are sitting around doing fuck all nothing. Pardon my French. So, that's all I'm going to say. That's done. Get off your ass. Have a good weekend. Good luck. Godspeed. God bless.